This is how I accidentally broke them the first time. I was wiping them, and then I popped that piece off. So they're still pretty fucked up. What up, guys? Shout out to Kim, because a couple days ago I was joking around, put a status up on my Facebook, and it said somebody PayPal me $29.99 so I can see if these likes that I'm getting on Tinder got any potential. And then today she commented on that post and asked if I had Cash App, and I said no. And then she was like, "What's your email?" And not even thinking, I gave her my email. Next thing I know, I got email that said, "You've received $32.10 from Kimberly." The note said, "This is for your Tinder." I even included tax just in case. That was funny. And there was this really cute girl. I was gonna shoot her a message. And I was like, let me read the profile first. First line, all caps. Deal breaker. No smoking, no vaping. Oops. Parenting. My thoughts. Just some things that you might want to think about, or my views on parenting in a wheelchair. We can recap for just this Friday. So we got up and we got ready for school to get him on the bus. And I said, "Go brush your teeth." I heard the water come on, and then I heard crying. So I said, "What are you crying about?" He come out the bathroom with piss all down his pants. I said, "Oh my God." We've got like 4 minutes to spare. I was like, "Well, you're gonna miss the bus." And it would take me 30 minutes to get ready just to get him to school, to come home, to get undressed, to do the whole hour and a half to 3 hour thing to get myself ready to even go to work. So I said, "Fuck it, you're just gonna be late to school." You know, if I could walk, I'd probably just throw some basketball shorts on, get him in the car and go, and he would have been on time, but it's not that easy. And then when I got him to school, I dropped him off. I said, "Hey, can you put him on the bus this afternoon?" And they said, "Bus, got it, yeah." Get home, in the driveway, waiting for him. I see the bus running, he pulls up and he goes, "I don't have him." I said, "What?" So then I get in the Cadillac and I go to school to pick him up. Before I even leave the house, I realize, fuck, left the car seat in the Acura. So yeah, that's a pain. It's still it's a hassle. So about parenting, you know, before I even became a dad, when I was in the hospital, I was on morphine, and it was just a constant drip into my veins or whatever. And you know, there's stuff that I would think about, I guess. I don't know, I guess thoughts on morphine, like your kid's gonna be born paralyzed because you're paralyzed. You know, now there's thoughts of, is he gonna get made fun of later in life because, you know, his dad's in a wheelchair and stuff like that? Obviously, you know, the kids that do that are gonna be little shitheads and their parents probably aren't shit, but it's still thoughts that go through your head, you know? I don't know if that's my anxiety or whatever you wanna call it, but there's a lot of meeting in the middle between me and him, because he decides he wants to throw a fit and get on the ground, start flipping shit. I can't just scoop him up and go put him in his room. I can't just scoop him up and go do whatever. You know, if we're in the store and he decides he wants to throw a fit, there's a lot of times that I'll pretend to roll away because I can't just pick him up and say, you know, do whatever. And then I look like an asshole. Carrying him, like when he was a baby and he was in a car seat still. I had the little car seat, the base that you click in the car. So if I ever had to leave the house with just him, I'd pick him up, put him in the car seat, then put the car seat on my lap. Then I'd have like a strap or like a little hand towel or shoulder towel that I use for him or whatever. Wrap it around the handle and put it in my mouth and hold on to it while I'm going down the ramp. And then I'd open the door, pull up to the car, put him in the driver's seat, and then kind of slide over on the edge of my chair, and then I'd put him in the passenger seat and get my fat ass in the driver's seat, lean the seat back, pull him around, and just click him into the base in the back seat. And you know, that worked. It was definitely a pain. It was a lot of work. You know, people would see me out in public and be like, "Holy shit, how the hell?" When he was walking, you know, full time, it was a lot easier. There were still arguments. I had a Tahoe. When he was in daycare, he didn't want to go. He didn't like daycare. For some odd reason, I don't know. You know, some kids do. He wasn't a fan of it, or at least for the first couple minutes until he got in there and realized, hey, there's other little kids here and there's toys to play with. We'd pull up to the daycare and he knew where we were at, and he'd be fine until I'd get out of the Tahoe into my wheelchair and open the back door. Then he'd stand up and stay in the truck, and I couldn't reach him. So like, and he would start whining, talking about, I don't want to go to daycare. And it's one of those things, like, I couldn't just jump in the truck and grab him. And I mean, a Tahoe's, even though mine was a lowered Tahoe, it was still pretty fucking big. So I talked to the daycare people, said, look, hey, can I just call y'all when I get here, and maybe you come help me get him out? And they're like, yeah, just when you come, I mean, we know what your truck looks like. Just tap the horn when you pull in. She did not know I had a train horn on there. They knew when I was there. I hit the train horn and everybody flipped. Speaking of cars, let's say, you know, you're at a buddy's house, or you're just out doing something with the kid, or even if you went to an event, on the way home, your kid falls asleep. Dice gets done plenty of times. I try not to give in, but there's a lot of times that I need him to stay awake. Even if, let's say I left Fayetteville and it's just me and him, and I know that we're gonna get home by 10. I know that he can stay awake till then, like if I give him my phone or something. But that's another thing, like, you know, hey, you got enough battery, let him play on your phone until you get home. You're gonna be home late. Because one, it's hard to get into the backseat of a car from a wheelchair. And two, if you have an SUV, it's even harder. But when the kid's asleep, you know, one, you already feel bad having to wake the kid up. Two, if you wake the kid up that's been asleep for 20 minutes or an hour and a half, they're grumpy, or at least mine is. Then you do wake them up, you get them to get themselves out of the car, and then it's like they're little hellions, man. So yeah, I mean, it's just easier for me to. There's some people that are like, oh, you shouldn't let your kids stay up that late, and well, we had to go here and do this, and I let them play on my phone because that way, when I do get home, I can just, all right, buddy, let's go inside, you know, and it's fine. On this Christmas paper, he said they're learning about wants and needs in school, and it says, for Christmas, I want a bike. For Christmas, I need sleep. It was funny. Potty training. When you're in a wheelchair for boys, you know, I can't stand up and show him how to piss like a dude. So he wasn't too bad when it came, you know, obviously I had friends and stuff to help him learn how to pee, but he was pretty good about it. Pooping, he still was one of those people that waits till the last fucking minute till he has to fucking walk down the hallway sideways because he's scared it's gonna come out. Same thing with like public stalls, you know, when you're potty training and he needs you to wipe his ass and you gotta wait for the handicap stall because you can't get in a regular stall to wipe his ass, so you gotta have him use a handicap stall. And if somebody's in there are the people that like to use them for comfort, people that, you know, I don't know if everything's taken and they use them up, but you have to use the handicap stall. And you know, that's another pain in the ass. There could be 7 toilets in the fucking bathroom and you're stuck using the one that everybody wants to use for some reason. Parenting is fun. Well, most of the time. I like low-key, like not getting any sleep and getting up first thing in the morning, crack of dawn, to get his fucking cranky ass ready to get on the bus to go to school, you know? But there's definitely, you know, especially being a single parent in a wheelchair, it has its times, you know? And, you know, again, there's a lot of good stuff too, you know, being that he's 5, he'll be 6 right before Christmas. And he's at an age that, you know, he's not stupid, so he sees when I need help or there's stuff that he already knows that like takes me longer to do, you know. He likes to help. If we get in the house, I'm like, all right, daddy's got to do laundry. Like he'll run to the bedroom and grab the laundry basket and push it to the washer and dryer for me. He'll hold the door for me, or he likes to, like, we had these little floss picks and I keep them on the second shelf in our bathroom. And every time I tell him to go brush his teeth, he always gets me a floss down and gets it for me because he saw me try to reach for it before and he's seen that it's not hard, but it's a reach. You would think that I would put them somewhere easier to reach, but you only got so much room, man. So when he gets his floss, he gets me a floss too. but he's, you know, he's very helpful. And I think that me being in a wheelchair is going to help build his character for as he's growing up and later in life. He won't mind helping people. Like I said, I mean, there's the big fear of him getting made fun of and stuff like that, or certain events that, like daddy son events or anything like that, that, you know, he wants me to be part of or go to, I may not be able to do. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I mean, he's, you know, I go to work part-time and he goes to school. So, you know, by the time I pick him up from school, depending on what time I get out of work, yeah, I pick him up, come home, figure out what he wants to eat for dinner, get dinner made or bought, make sure he's got no homework, make sure his iPad is charged, get him ready for bed, teeth brushed, showered, the whole 9 yards, which, you know, you're like, oh, that shouldn't take long. Believe it or not, yeah, I don't know why. I can't really explain to you why. You just have to see it. And no, I'm probably not gonna film a whole night worth of getting him ready and all that. You wouldn't really know, like, you take your legs for granted, and then it's just like, holy shit, man, the whole world slows down. Like, damn, I didn't think it would take me that long to do it without legs, but it does. But he's a good kid. He's doing good. He'll be in some of the videos soon. I try to take the drone out this weekend. I flew the drone the other day, but I didn't really. If you're in a wheelchair or you got any questions or anything like that, let me know. Post me in the comments, shoot me a message, and I'll see what I can do to help. If you want to collab, comment, shoot me a message. Let's talk, see what we can come up with. Ooh.